Hey everyone, this is Zach with Gamer and Gameless, and I'm joined by
Aaron Golden, the Great White. What a beat that was.
You sounded like you were doing a drop for a radio station.
Yeah.
And that third voice you hear chuckling away.
That's Elvin the Gameless.
And the fourth voice that you don't hear.
Bunyan, what up?
Yes, he said Bunyan, what up? He was saying what up to himself.
What's your real name, Bunyan?
Swagtilla.
Swagtilla. Did you say Swagtilla?
Swagtilla.
You're tilling swag?
Dude,
Out on the
did you
farms.
mention Tallywhackers? Because that is the new Hooters for men, by the way.
I'm gonna be working there soon.
We're off to a good start, guys.
I'd go there
Really
for free
promising
buffalo
beginning
wings.
to the show here. Anyways, we want to give a special shout out to DJ Chuck Nunn for the beat. And yeah, that's the intro song you guys heard. Pretty awesome. You guys can check out his SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/Chuck Nunn.
Thank you, Chuck Nunn.
Thank you.
Playing the beats at the last cosplay club that we went to in Hollywood. That was awesome.
What a day,
nice.
dude. What a day. Star Wars Celebration gets it in, man. And then
We're talking about totally different things.
No,
Yeah.
we're not.
Yeah, we
Because
are,
we went to
actually.
the House of Blues that day. And
What is he talking about?
I don't know what he's talking about. Aaron's got 4 beers on the table here, so yeah.
Rolling Rock is a hell of a beer.
This is getting out of hand very quick. So let's talk about what we're playing, guys.
I
Bunyan, what you
guess I'll
playing?
go first. Destiny and Dragon Age on and off.
How do you like them?
Destiny. I mean, Destiny's fun because you guys are all on it.
Not me.
Except for the Gameless.
One day.
I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's exactly what I thought it would be. I mean, it's just like, I mean, I like Halo, but, I've never beaten a Halo game by myself ever. And I never will. It's just, I mean, it feels like it's supposed to be played with other people, and that's what Destiny is. I mean, by yourself, it's whatever. And there's a lot of recycled content, too, I realize. Like, I'm not sure how big the game is. I feel like I'm playing the same I mean, I enjoy it because it's my friends, and it's mindless. It's it's like good mindless fun with your friends. I could talk about like other things.
Look at Aaron. He's about to throw something at your face.
No, it's fun.
I have an empty beer can, which I might take a few drops out of beer and suck it down before I throw it at your face.
I like it. It's awesome. No, I mean, it's great because, like you said, I love Call of Duty, but whenever I'm playing Call of Duty with friends, like we're not talking. Like I don't even know.
I know.
I don't even know why we're playing together because we're not even talking or saying anything, and we end up getting angry all the time. You can't play Call of Duty drunk because you sober up. I remember I was super drunk playing a game, and 3 games I was sober. Destiny, you could play drunk, high, and ecstasy, wherever you're going.
And you know this from personal experience.
Yeah, sure do.
That sounds like it.
That's
yeah.
awesome because I've never been that way or high before like that. But Destiny gives me my own high.
I have no idea what is
Hey,
happening.
let it happen, bro. Like that turtle to the right, he's letting it all
It's not a
happen
turtle,
right
it's
now.
a tortoise.
Dude, they're all the same.
It is a tortoise.
That's
turtle-
pretty racist.
By the way, for the people
That's not a baby, that's a toddler.
For the people that aren't in this room, because Aaron just assumes that you could see what we see, I have a Salcutta tortoise in the room with us. He's listening to everything we say.
Theater of the mind, guys.
That's right.
I too have been playing Destiny, and you guys have been fans of the show. You guys know how much. Not too big on Destiny.
You're like it's almost like you're a traitor. Like you went back on what you've been saying.
Like I'm flip-flopping.
Yeah.
No, so here's the deal. All of my qualms with Destiny still exist. Bunyan is right. I think it's recycled content. I just hit 30 today, right? And from 20 to 30, you're just doing the same thing you did from 1 to 20. And the only thing that makes it enjoyable now is kind of like how Bunny was saying. Before I was playing on the PS4, I only played with one person I knew. I didn't even talk to the person, actually. Like, we just did strikes occasionally. But now I'm playing with like 4 or 5 of my friends, and that makes it a lot funner. But at the end of the day, it still is that mindless, repetitive content. Like, it's cool now that I have like a reason to hit like 30 so I can do like strikes and all this random stuff with my friends. But yeah, it's very much, I mean, I'm like enjoying it more than I did before. But like I said, all of my critiques I feel are still applicable, still recycled content,
Yep.
And yeah. Aaron, what you playing?
I want to hear Aaron respond to Zach because Aaron is like Kung Fury right now.
This is like the rap battle. I just got through with my round. Everyone's like, round 1. Oh, Aaron.
We need some action. Action.
I put close to 300 hours into this game.
Actually, you close to 400. I went on Xbox Live and showed everyone. Recently.
I know. I'm just trying to be humble about it.
Humble. I'm not embarrassed, bro.
No, it's good. Hey, man, look, like any game, everything is enhanced when you're playing with your buddies. Destiny's not a game for you to play alone. If you're gonna play it alone, play something else. Play an RPG. Just play because look, Destiny has a shitty ass story. Okay, it's not even that good. All right, so
I wouldn't even say that. I don't think there is a story.
It's non-existent. I have no clue
all right, so
what's going on.
I mean,
It's just cutscenes of like vistas and
right.
Peter Dinklage talking over it.
Yeah.
He's like, one time I fought the Fallen and the Targaryen. Wrong script.
But look, man, you get your buddies and it's all good. Look, you guys need to download Prison of Elders DLC. Makes the game much deeper. I've already mentioned this before in the last podcast. And to you guys as well. And I'm happy you guys bought the game. Play with me. Zach just got to level 30. Now it's time to play with me. We're going to take this experience to the next level. Have a great time doing that. It's hard for me to go ahead and sell you more on this DLC, but I will tell you this, man. You are missing out if you don't get it. And then, not to mention it, the Taken King. Sorry, I can't even speak. The Taken King DLC when that comes out later, man. This is just gonna be impressive. Everything you can do in this game. So anyway, I don't want to say much more on that, but I love Destiny because I have friends that play it, and you guys are in it. And once you guys get to 28, 30, hey, let's go ahead and make it happen.
Cool. All right, you guys playing anything else you want to talk about before we move on to the news?
Yeah, man, I'm playing more. Getting back into Arkham City before Arkham Knight comes out. Make sure I get beat that up. Helldivers, we went ahead and did that. Me and Elvin keep killing each other. It's fun.
You been playing that, Alvin?
We tried it here at the house a couple of times. It's pretty funny, dude.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's really...
Oh, man. Bunyan, like, I played with them, and they don't know how to play. They're, like, purposely attacking each other.
It's fun.
Because I don't like Aaron, so...
I don't like him.
Yeah, it's
He
about killing
married
each
my
other.
sister, so what happens?
I did.
Of all games to do that in, the most unforgiving game possible. It's just like...
Yeah, that's awesome. It's fun. I mean, that it's weird. The fact that you just can kill each other so much, it makes it awesome.
It's weird. It really is weird.
The problem is that everybody gets in each other's way, and you want to save your friend, but you're actually going to kill him because he's in your gun.
Aaron is the only person... I've played this game with at least like 20 people. Aaron's the only person who's like, oh, everyone keeps getting in my way. It's like, is that how people act in war? Like, is that what happens when friendly fire happens? He's just like, oh, you got in my way. No. Care about where you're shooting.
I would suck in the army. I'd be on the terrorist side. They would think so because I keep shooting my friends.
You...
No. I mean, that's not to like, I'm not. No, come on. That's just video game talk.
Hey, that's a warning to all of Aaron's friends.
Yeah, I know,
if you don't
right?
want to die, don't
That's why I
hang out
sucked
with
at
Aaron.
laser tag and water balloon fights.
How'd you get friendly fire in a water balloon?
And a water balloon fight, Aaron just grabs his friends and throws them in a shower.
They got in my way. I was trying to hit the enemy, man.
Alright, whatever. But yeah, no, I really like Helldivers. Yeah, I got it when it was part of that PlayStation Spring Fever lineup, and they had a whole bunch of cool games. And I got like the majority of them, but that's the one that I've been sticking with the most. I really like that game. Yeah, I was going to let Elvin borrow my PS3 with Arkham City on it. Arkham City, yeah.
Oh, I want to try that, yeah.
But I'm not going to.
Hey, I've been playing something still, by the way.
Because Arkham Knight is about to come out, and I don't want to fatigue him on the Batman. What are you playing, Elvin?
I'm embarrassed to say because Aaron kind of made me feel like it's not Destiny.
It's not.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Warframe.
I will tell you this, as somebody who played a lot of Warframe and a lot of Destiny, I'm not going to say Warframe's a better game, but Warframe has more varied content and more interesting environments. There's more stuff to do in Warframe, and Warframe's a free to play game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's you know what?
I'll download and play with you.
Yeah, I did this. I talked about this last time that even though it's probably not Destiny or Call of Duty or all these other super competitive games, like I'm having fun getting back into first person shooters. It's been like 10 years for me.
It's actually a third person shooter.
Playing
by the way.
a third person shooter.
Yeah, but the aiming is the like if you've taken a long time off of video games, especially entering this generation, where like aiming and camera is like super duper demanding, then they're both kind of are the same obstacles to overcome.
It feels like a first person shooter because most of the time I'm zooming in.
Yeah.
So Aaron, shut up.
All right.
But yeah, they're different games at the end of the day. But yeah, I like when I first got my PlayStation 4, there's a whole bunch of random free games out. The 2 games I spent the most time playing was Don't Starve, which was like an indie game and it was part of PlayStation. But I played a lot of Warframe too. I was like really into it. I like the one thing holding Warframe back is like it's pretty bad on the microtransactions.
Oh yeah.
So it's not like a mobile game where it's like, oh, you ran out of stamina, you can't do another stage. Insert $5 to do another stage, but there's like a currency to buy new weapons and buy new warframes, which are like the whatchamacallit. And that currency, from what I can tell, is only acquirable through paying for.
Oh yeah, it's bad. And when I'm doing a team level, when we're in the same squad, dude, there's like all these guys are like super loaded, like super loadout. Okay, they have these flaming swords and they have these dog companions and these droids that follow them and attack with them.
That sounds awesome.
And
it's awesome.
And I'm there with like a fucking spoon, dude, like trying to kill these people. Like that's all I got. That's all they gave me for free.
Yeah.
So it's really hard, but aside from that, it's a lot of fun for me.
But like, I mean, here's the weird thing about Warframe. It's from what I can tell and from what I've heard. Like I haven't got too deep into it. Is that you can unlock everything without it. It just takes
a lot of time.
Substantially.
Would you say 400 hours would do?
I don't know. Maybe if you want to get level 32 in Destiny.
Yeah.
Are you level 32, Aaron?
33.
Oh, I just took a shot in the dark.
There's like 33, bro. Okay.
34 by tomorrow, probably.
Nice.
That's another thing. Never mind. I'm not gonna go down this hole of.
I still don't know how. I still don't understand how light armor works.
That's what I was gonna get at. It's the dumbest archaic. So you don't have light armor. You hit level 20, and that's the cap. And then you have a light level, which goes up to 34, I believe.
Right now.
And certain gear has light points on it, and that's what levels you. And like it's kind of like totally pointless because I put on like a piece of gear today that took me from 27 to 29, and it just had like a whole bunch of light on it, and it's just kind of like, so when you get new gear, if it's better than your old one, it'll have like light attached to it, and that light progresses your thing. But it's like, for all intents and purposes, there's not a real purpose to it after 20. Like, I mean, you unlock more stuff. Like you're now able to do this, like this playlist, or you're now able to do so pretty much after 20, it's just your gear score.
Yeah,
is the light level. That's the best way I know how to put it.
Yeah, I was watching Aaron. I wasn't watching, but I was looking online. They were playing Vault of Glass yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, I was looking at your guys' your icon saying playing Vault of Glass, and I was just trying to imagine how much I was like fantasizing about how much fun you guys are probably having in the raid.
Dude, raids are what really makes this game go. I mean, you always get the weekly, the nightly, the daily, whatever. But definitely raids is a definitely great time with your friends. And as soon as you get to about 26, 27, come join us, man. We'll get that going. Well, in fact, if you want to watch Zach when he joins us, then we'll go ahead and do that. Fun stuff, man. Fun stuff. It's good stuff. And the reason why these raids are not matchmaking, because you got to have communication with your friends. And that's the only way to beat these raids. That's why there's no matchmaking in raids.
So here's what I'll say to that is, like, I don't know. I hate the idea. I think it's so stupid. As somebody who put more than a lot of time into World of Warcraft, which is, for all intents and purposes, a very similar game. The idea of not having matchmaking, to me, is like,
yeah, there's
no reason for it. So I totally agree with what you're saying, right? But the thing I don't like about it is like, okay, so what everyone is saying, like the argument that Bungie has made several times is that, oh yeah, that same argument is that you need to work together. But it's like, put that feature in there,
yeah,
and like, let me deal with that. You know what I mean? Like so many times where I got match made into a battleground in World of Warcraft, and everyone sucks and we lose.
Right.
But I would rather suck and lose, or at least try it, than have that idea totally taken away from me. Like that option of just matchmaking, and that's what's so dumb to me. It's like,
yeah,
it's like, let me decide with being crippled of potentially not being able to talk to my teammates. You know what I mean?
I was watching this Fire Team chat on IGN today, and I agree with them. The matchmaking is there's so much more to this game. People are not able to do because they don't have any friends to play with.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
if there's matchmaking, then they'll be able to explore the whole game. And believe me, the people that are missing out on these raids. And also, Prison of Elders level 34, level 32, 34, and 35. I mean, the horde mode. I mean, you're not able to do it because you don't have friends to play with. So then you got to go to DestinyLFG.com, which is Destiny looking for a game, and which is cool because I mean, but you have to do it manually.
Yeah, we talked about this a long time ago. I remember this was one of the big problems.
And it still hasn't changed. Like,
oh,
I don't want to spend too much more time on this game, but that's the thing. That's the thing that's so stupid. It's like the fact that and Destiny LFG isn't the only website. There are tons of avenues that exist outside of Destiny to find people to play Destiny with.
Because they have to exist.
Yes.
Wow.
Like, that means that need exists and is being ignored by the only group of people that can do
That's
it.
terrible.
And it's the only reason why it's happening is because Destiny probably does not trust you to beat my raid unless you have communication going on.
Yeah. Well,
you're going to have to find your way to get communication, or else you're probably not going to beat my raid.
Yeah, I mean, like, all I'll say this is that, I mean, from what I've been told of Volta Glass, like I said, hopefully I'll try it in the next week. From what I've been told of it, some of the stuff is complicated, but like my friend who I played World of Warcraft with most of my life said all of the mechanics are no more complicated than the WoW raids. And the WoW raids, like recently, I think like last expansion, they made it so you can matchmake into it. So I mean, I feel like there's kind of no excuse.
And plus, real quick, just to end it off, I mean, Bungie has always had a super dated mindset when it comes to games. Like they were ahead of their time when Halo came out. Yeah. Halo 1, Halo 2, that was it. And then after that, it's like they just didn't want to evolve with they stopped thinking forward. They really did. Yeah. I mean, Halo Reach, it's a great game. It's a game that came out it came in 2010, and that's the first one that had a class system. And the class system started in 2007. Like 3 years later, they're always 3 or 4. Ever since after Halo 2, they've been 3 or 4 years behind in every game, and they just don't want to think forward. And I mean, if you look at where Halo is now, it's kind of where they left it.
Yeah. Anyways.
3-4-3. I have my own opinions on those bastards.
We'll talk about some of that stuff in the news.
What's next, my dude?
All right, so round off the news is XCOM 2 is announced, which that got me incredibly excited.
Only on PC though.
Yeah, and that was the coup de grace. Thanks for ruining it.
Yep, sorry.
But yeah, I played the crap out of XCOM on PS3, and it's funny because like. As someone who plays a lot of real-time strategies and just strategy RPGs, like the critique often is that certain games don't work on consoles. That's what everyone said about Elder Scrolls Online. That was one of the reasons why it probably got delayed. But I mean, it's going to be out next week. And anyone who's been in the beta said it works really well. So the fact that XCOM, I mean, and I think they said something like because they kept it to the PC, they're able to do more. But I'm just really bummed out because I played it on PS3 and I played a lot of it. It's really, 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 really cool like strategy game because you think of games like StarCraft or Warcraft or any of like these kind of mainstream strategy RPGs, everything exists in like a bubble. Every stage it's like, all right, you start your army, blah, 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 whatever. It's like that. You have your army, but you continually like growing it throughout the entire game.
I've seen it.
It's great. It was a PlayStation Plus game at one time, and it's probably still to this day the PlayStation Plus game I put the most time on it, even though I played it when it actually came out too.
What is that game? What do you do?
So it's have you ever seen anything on StarCraft or Warcraft?
Yes.
It's a lot like that.
Oh, okay.
But the idea is it's like aliens are invading. You play as like a platoon, a specific platoon like charged with fighting these aliens, but like. In addition to just like the strategy element, there's like a world building component. You're building your base. Mm-hmm. So between matches, between like fights or whatever, you can choose to allocate like 20 people over here.
So it's like R&D. What was that? It's like Command and Conquer sort of.
Yeah. It's kind of similar. So that whole element was really cool. But I'm just bummed out to see, and it's coming out this November. So they announced it, and it's coming out in November. Like that's kind of unprecedented.
It's a great time, right?
Yeah. Like I'm just like, yeah. I think I'm disappointed, like a lot of other people, that it's not on console.
It's gonna come on console. Yeah. Probably what's gonna happen is, how many PC games are coming out in November? That's a good time. Okay.
I don't know
about
November's
PC,
a terrible month
to release games
Seriously.
because that's seriously that's like.
I mean, October, too. Just a fall, man. The
I mean,
fall
yeah,
is-
I love it. From a gamer's perspective, it's awesome. It's terrible at the same time. One thing, it kills your pocketbooks, and you don't know where to spend your money.
I mean,
But isn't that the whole point? Is like kind of gift giving. Like that's why they throw it out around that time.
They do, but everyone does. It's like it's almost like competing in like the major leagues versus the like. Imagine you're a baseball player, right? And you're just getting new to play baseball, right?
I
And-
can't wait to hear this metaphor.
no, I'm just saying
No,
that
it's probably apt. I'm just
no,
interested
I'm just
how
saying
you're
that
gonna
it's
bring
like, okay, say you're just starting to learn to play baseball, right? And you're like, well, I could either play with people kind of my own level, learning how to play, or I could play with professionals who will probably murder me in every way.
Yeah.
Like when you're a new game and no one knows who you are, you're creating like that's really risky. New IPs, whether in movies or video games, it's super risky.
Yeah.
So to release it during November, like any fall, but especially November, it's
No, you're right.
No.
You're right. It's just funny. It's just funny.
you said you talk about
your comparisons-
baseball.
yeah. No,
It had nothing to do. It's, what are you talking about?
I'm just saying that it's like it's really risky, like especially
I get what you're
especially for
saying.
new, like if you're not necessarily like a huge seller, you don't want to release during that time. You want to release during like a drought when there's not that many games, and you're like the only game out. And you have no competition. There's just way more competition during that time, and it's. I remember there was a specific day. I remember in 2003, right? It was insane. It was like 1 week.
Oh yeah.
66 games came out. Like,
Wow.
Like back then, I think last generation, last generation, the 128-bit era, which is Xbox, PlayStation 2, and GameCube. They released, games weren't high definition, and they would pump out games more often. And I just remember across all consoles, it was 66 games coming out, and it was just insane. Like that's.
But wait, are you trying to say that the AAA games are overshadow all the other games
Yeah.
in November, and everyone releases in November?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So perfect example of this, and me and Bunny were talking about this earlier, is that a game that didn't do well sales wise was Sunset Overdrive. It came out in October. I think it was October or early November.
That's October 27th.
Right next to the other 375 games. And I still maintain that last year that was the most unique game. I haven't played a game like it. It was really fun. It was a fourth wall breaking game, which you don't see too often. Like it was a really, really good game, but it was a new IP, and then it was matched up against like Assassin's Creed a week later.
Wasn't it matched up against Watch Dogs?
No, Watch Dogs came out.
No,
in
that
May.
was like
A little bit earlier.
That bombed,
probably
right?
than that.
Oh, I don't.
No,
I don't
did
know.
all right?
I mean,
I don't
it
know.
sold well, but it didn't review well because
Yeah.
it was really glitchy.
And that's another thing is like I'm gonna write a piece on this is how when there's like dry times in gaming, weird like niche obscure games do pretty well. Perfect example is Dying Light was originally going to come out in
October.
in fall, right next to everything else.
Rocktober, remember?
Rocktober.
Nice
And
memory.
it's good they didn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Is they pushed it to I believe it was
January.
January, and it sold really well.
Yeah.
and it got the attention it deserved.
Right.
Same thing with Bloodborne. Bloodborne is
February.
a very, very, very like impenetrable game. It's like it's not easy to get into Bloodborne at all. It did really well because it came out in a time where there weren't too many games. Same thing with there's another one. There's another one I'm drawing a blank on. Take my word for it. Oh, Witcher 3 for
Yeah.
one. Witcher 3 just came out. It's reviewing really well. Everyone loves it. I'm pretty sure the sales are going to do pretty good, especially because there hasn't been anything else really recently that came out.
So they picked the right time to do it.
Exactly, and that's what Bunny is trying to say is that staying away from the fall, like the fall sounds good for sales,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
when everyone else is doing that, you're just competing with yourself.
Yeah,
If
but
you
you
have
know
a-
what? There must be a reason statistically why they keep doing it, because it must work, even though
Or
it
the
sounds
game's not, or
overwhelming.
the game's not ready by that time. Here's what I'm saying. May for movies, right? If you release Tomorrowland in May, you're probably not going to do well,
Yeah, I agree.
right? Because
Or if
May
you
is
just-
May is for movies, right?
If you just release Tomorrowland at all, it's probably not going to do well.
Yeah, but if you release it in January or February, you'll probably get more sales that time.
Yeah, I agree.
Like
And-
3 people will watch it instead.
Yeah, 3. I mean,
Instead of Aaron,
heck no, I'm not watching that movie at all. But look, you get drowned out. You drown it out by all these other movies.
oh yeah,
And so October, Call of Duty's coming out. Almost every October's coming out. And so I was bringing this up last week. there's gonna be about 5 or 6 games I want to play this year that I will not be able to play. But if they came out last year, I would have.
No.
Yeah, like
The Witcher 3. I brought this up. I wish I can have time to play it, but when Elder Scrolls Online comes out, it's gonna wash that game away from me.
You know what's the funny? You know what's the funny thing specifically about that is the reason why you don't have time to play Witcher is because of Destiny.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Witcher has been out for like 2 weeks now,
Yeah.
and like literally I'll go online and it'll say Aaron's been online in Destiny for the last 3 weeks.
Well, Destiny DLC just came out.
Hey, we should have a game. We should make a game where we give all our listeners his username on Xbox, and you go on random times and you mark like how many hours he has on it.
that'd be great.
It'll go up 24 hours in 1 day.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, I mean, if it came out last year, because Witcher 3 is a game you got to commit to.
Yeah.
Over 100 plus hours and then some. I mean,
Almost 400.
Yeah. But Destiny, I've been doing that since when it came out, September last year.
September
maybe?
9th.
Yeah. See, okay. Anyway, but I took a break on Destiny, and then I came back with my friends.
For like 5 minutes to get food, and then you went back to play.
Just like these guys, they took a break and came back.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
The thing is with like games like Witcher and stuff, like all of these games came out now. Because like all of the games I mentioned, except for Bloodborne, I think all of those games like were originally slated for last year. Batman is coming out in 2 weeks. That was supposed to come out in October. That is a long time to delay your game.
What delayed it?
No, I think they're disingenuous when they announce the release date because what tends to happen is with the release date, right? Where they'll say, "Oh, we're pushing for October," and maybe around August they're gonna be like, we need some more time."
Yeah.
They were like, I think they announced it in like May. They're like, "Oh yeah, next October, you guys are getting," and then like 2 weeks later, they're like,
June 6th.
we're off by half a year.
I know, right?
So I think they're disingenuous, and it was probably just to get like the buzz started for the game.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that tends to happen with delays. But I don't know. Anyways, go ahead, buddy.
I was gonna say, if you want to know how crazy, especially this fall is, okay, back-to-back 3 weeks.
Battlefront.
We'll check this. Start off. October 27th is Halo 5, right?
Right.
Which is, it's
Which
Halo.
is a disaster, right? Because of what's happened with Halo.
Don't get me started, Elvin. Don't you
Alright,
fucking get me
alright.
started.
It's still going to be pretty big.
Okay,
though. It's still
okay.
be big.
You're gonna play it.
Well, yeah.
I'll say this: I care more about this than I have a Halo since Halo 2,
Okay, got it.
and I'm not even I'm still not that excited.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah,
Go
it's
ahead.
all good.
So Halo.
So, and then the next week is Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
Yeah.
And, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1 was the number one selling of all the Call of Duties, I think. And then the next week is not Call of Duty, Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah.
3 huge games, all sci-fi shooters, massive AAA games. Week after 3 weeks, it's like holy, and they all play pretty different. So
Not
it's
to mention when we hear
Wait,
from
were you being
E3, there's gonna be more games coming out for October.
they all kind of play. I think because Battlefront, they actually confirmed now that I think it is third person now.
Well, you could play third or first person.
Well, let me ask you guys something.
4-player co-op it will have, by the way.
Well, let me ask you. Each game is
Talking
$60,
about Black
right?
Ops.
Huh?
Each game is $60, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's call it a mid-level gamer. Okay. Is that gamer gonna buy all 3 of those games at once?
I think just once.
If you want it's gonna be like always the Ultimate Edition or something like that when it comes out, and you're gonna pay like $100 near it.
Because I don't even know how gamers do it anymore. Like Zach, I know that you buy some games, you're like, I'm over it, and you trade it in, you get another one, I'm over it, and you keep going. Is that what you're gonna do with these 3 games?
I don't care. I don't care about any of those games.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
Here's the deal. Like the campaign in Halo seems interesting. I'll play a co-op with one of my friends, but I don't like. They're trying to make the multiplayer super esports, which is competitive play. So, and I played the beta very briefly, but it feels like just another Call of Duty fast-paced first-person shooter. And like I'm just kind of like, I'm kind of over that.
Me too.
And
I'm kind of over it myself, man.
And same thing. I mean, Call of Duty sounds more appealing than and just because this one is trying a lot of new things. We said that about
all
Advanced
the Black
Warfare.
Ops too.
Yeah, we said that about Advanced Warfare, but this one is like doing some pretty crazy stuff. But out of those 3, I think the thing that Call of Duty's are maybe gonna sell the best, but I think
for sure.
I don't know about for sure. I think Battlefront is going to sell incredibly well, and I think Battlefront will arguably be the worst of the 3.
Probably will be.
But the thing is Star Wars fever is real.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Star Wars fever, like like I think everyone here is excited. But like I don't even care that much about Star Wars, but I'm super excited for the movie.
Oh yeah.
I'm super excited.
Imagine how excited everyone is going to be come November
Yeah.
when the movie is a month away. Like,
Oh, man.
arguably the most anticipated movie in movie history is a month away, and they're having a game where you can play the Battle of Jakku, like one of the battles.
We're all gonna be eating McChicken stars.
Oh, that's me.
Ooh, McChicken stars.
My
Wait,
little
this-
daughter loves chicken stars.
Wait,
by
they
the
still
way.
have those?
Really?
They still have chicken stars at Carl Jr.?
Carl Jr. chicken
Let's
star.
go get some right
man.
now.
I was doing
All
a
right, guys,
Star
we're
Wars
here.
kind of, Oh, are we leaving because we're hungry?
I'm not hungry. I just want
Chicken
stars.
Star Wars.
Chicken Star Wars is right. Yeah, I wonder who's going to, because all these fast food places are whores, man. I wonder who is gonna get that. Who's gonna get
Carl's
that?
Jr. probably.
Xbox.
No.
Xbox.
No, but
Xbox is going to get the exclusive Star Wars food deal.
really.
They're going to have DL
Hey,
cheese.
Phil Spencer can pull it off.
DL
cheese.
All right, move on to the next thing because we spent 30 hours on that. Speaking of October, also going to be crowded.
Rocktober.
Although this isn't like a first-person shooter, Dragon Quest Heroes wasn't officially announced for the West, to my knowledge, but it's coming out October 13th for PS4, and that's cool. Like, this kind of goes back to what I was saying is like, even though it's coming out in a really crazy time, as far like everyone's looking for PlayStation for their exclusives this fall because there seems to be pretty barren. Yeah, like honestly, maybe if Persona 5 comes out, that will be one of the very few like exclusive fall lineup games as far as AAA's go. So that's interesting. It's one of these like Dynasty Warriors type games, but it's in the Dragon Quest universe. We'll see how it goes. This is big news. Bethesda is teasing an announcement for Fallout, and it will be. By the time this podcast is out, they will have already announced it. It's going to be at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Could I say something?
Yes.
I don't even know what Fallout is, but I think Aaron, you posted it on our Gamer and Gameless Facebook
Yeah, I
page.
did. Yeah.
Yeah, and I went to it, and I even got excited looking at the timer.
It's
Kind of weird, right?
Fallout is widely renowned. I can't even speak right now. Widely renounced,
Renowned.
regarded, whatever,
Regarded, yeah.
as one of the greatest RPGs ever was.
I think in my opinion, it's probably that and Star Wars: Knights of the Republic are the best Western RPGs I've ever played.
Really?
So
Knights Republic 1 or 2?
One.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
the best.
So those are my two favorite Western RPGs.
That was my favorite.
My two favorite would be, I don't know if this counts. Yeah, this counts. Absolutely counts. Diablo 2.
Oh yeah,
Diablo 2.
Diablo 2 is up there too. Yeah.
Here's the funny thing about Fallout, right? To my knowledge, and I could, admittedly, I could be totally wrong on this. I don't think they announced that as Fallout 4. There's just a cryptic Fallout teaser, like that. It's just the like it's like the please stand by.
But isn't everyone waiting for Fallout 4?
Yeah. It's been like super.
If
It would
it's the
suck if
fourth
it's like
Fallout, it's still technically the fourth one.
It'll be awesome if like they announce it and it's like a My Little Pony.
That's exactly what I was telling. That's exactly what I was telling Bunyan. How awesome would it be if they announce it? It's like a Fallout dating sim.
Oh, it's so
There
great.
will be
It's so
anarchy.
great.
I will lead it. I will lead all the anarchy and all of it.
So my like so you guys are obviously excited for this.
Yep, you betcha.
Aaron,
You know what's funny, man? Actually, it's not funny.
Chris Rock?
By the way, I forgot to tell you my AM PM story. I can tell you that later after this.
all right, glad you alluded to that.
Yeah, because you remember stuff as you keep going in life.
Yeah.
Dude, never played Fallout. I'm sorry. Don't hate me. Don't blah 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 me. You know what? But
Did you just blah 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 me, bro?
don't beat me out of this thing. And dude, I'm excited for this new announcement for Fallout because you know what? Fallout is part of my backlog that I need to get into. Just like Mass Effect is. You guys are probably gonna stop listening because how's he not playing Mass Effect or Fallout? Shut up.
So I'll be able to, I can tell you this. Mass Effect 1
Awesome.
pretty good. Mass Effect 2 maybe a little better in some, a little worse in others. It was more linear. Fallout you can pass on. So Fallout's a good game. Everyone relax. Bunyan's looking at me crazy. Fallout 3, right, was a really good game, and me and Bunyan argued about this recently, so we're gonna try to keep it short. Is that Fallout 4 or Fallout 3? I'm sorry, is an amazing game. The stuff you can do in it is amazing, right? Like just it's one of these like open world games. Like think of Witcher, how like Witcher you can find yourself in these ridiculous scenarios where you're making these crazy choices. Fallout has this awesome like aesthetic to it. It has this awesome presentation, but the combat, and not that combat is everything, but the combat in it is so lame but so awesome at the same time. So it has this thing called VATS. I don't remember. It's an acronym for something, but it's pretty much like this: you freeze time, you strategically target where you want to shoot, and then you shoot the person. And it's like it's really cool. It goes like slow motion. You shoot.
So like
it's cool.
Almost like 300. Like they were inspired by 300.
Here's what messes up the game substantially for me, is as cool as that is, right? You have an action gauge, like action points, right? So when you do VATS enough, you run out, like it's just gone. So you have to resort to shooting. The shooting in it is like completely terrible. Like I think most people can agree that the non-VATS shooting, you can aim down sights, right?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, whatever. Just destroying my argument there. No, but like it shot really bad. There was no like if I was shooting someone with a shotgun, their body wouldn't really move. Like it was a very like elementary shooter when it wasn't in VATS. And then my other complaint is, and like games like Skyrim got this right. And granted, Skyrim came later, but there's no abilities. So what I mean is you unlock like traits.
There
and
are
stuff.
abilities in Skyrim though, but yeah.
Huh?
There are some cool abilities in Skyrim.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is Skyrim did it right, but in Fallout there's like none. Like I think there was like one like. There's no active ability. So what I'm saying is like you'll level up and it'll be like, all right, choose your point, and you'll like there was one called Sandman or something. Enter the Sandman or something like that. And it was like, oh, if someone is sleeping, if you sneak up someone, you can instantly kill them. Stuff like that. But it wasn't like an active. It's not like, and not that it needs this, but it's not like, oh, I could shoot a lightning bolt out of my hand. It's not like I can power up so now my guns do more damage for 10 seconds. It was just the same like gameplay over and over again. And the thing is with the VATS you can aim at different people's body parts. That's cool. There's honestly no reason to ever aim for anything but the head, like on very rare situations. So I just felt like, and like
unless you're playing Sniper Elite.
We're not playing Sniper Elite.
Now.
We're talking about Fallout 3. You just aim for the head all the time, and it's just kind of like, it was a very static experience throughout I mean, like the different things you can do. Like, I mean, the game came out 100 years ago. Spoiler alert. There is a town called, what was it called?
Nuketown.
What was it called? Nuketown?
Yeah, oh, not Nuketown. Sorry, Megaton. Close enough.
It's like in this apocalyptic wasteland like Mad Max and everything. And there's like a city called Megaton because it's the city that is built around this disarmed nuclear warhead. And I already said spoiler alert for a game that's 100 years old. Pretty much you can get into some crazy quests. You can go in there and shoot up everyone. You can do quests in there. Or there's like one rich guy who lives in this tower overlooking it. And he's like, hey, we want something like good to look at or some ridiculous scenario. He's like, why don't you go in there and arm it? And you can arm it and then go back up to the tower and just blow it up. And there's like a nuclear explosion and everyone in that town is dead.
Yeah, all the quests that you could get in that town are done. There's like characters that join your party, but they're all killed. And if you go back to that town, it's got radiation and it'll kill you if you walk in there.
Yeah, so there's a lot of really cool things like that. So I'm excited. This is all suffice to say that I really hope that with Fallout 4 they mend the combat because VATS was cool, but everything outside of VATS was pointless. It was like a chore, just like you just want to do VATS all the time, and that's cool. But like I don't know, I just think the combat was broken, and I would really love some active abilities. Perfect example is Borderlands. I'm sorry, I almost lost it for a second. Borderlands has an active ability. You can with each class has an active ability. That little addition changed the way the game is played so substantially because you're approaching situations differently. You're like, oh, when do I activate my ability? What situation is it ideal and stuff like that? I don't know. It just changed the way the game is played.
So here's my take on it. Okay, almost everything you said is true to an extent. The difference thing to know is, okay, so a game like Destiny and Borderlands, they're first-person shooter RPGs, right? But they're first-person shooters first. Fallout, which came out way before them, is an RPG first. Yeah. It's an RPG first. So you have to be able to shoot because like that's a function you need because you target people with like basically this like your bullet time meter, almost like a Max Payne kind of, right? And then after that runs out, you can't just not not have anything to do. So they put shooting in. It's not the best shooting, but it's enough to get by on. But it's not the greatest shooting. But here's the thing I love about the game so much. I felt there's a lot of games based on like Knights of the Republic and old games like that on choice and like letting you be bad or good. I felt like that was the very first game that lets you be as evil as you want to. Let me tell you a perfect example. You could go into town and kill everybody. Sometimes there was like one or two people that were important to the main quest that you couldn't kill. It would said you shoot them and it say they're unconscious. But most of the time you could literally go and kill. You can pretty much kill almost everybody in the entire world. Like
given like you're strong enough to.
Yeah,
wow.
If you could literally kill everyone, and maybe be super lonely. I mean, and some of the quests,
You'll be lonely.
yeah,
You'll
be super lonely. I mean, that's why.
You'll be sad.
No, that's why I didn't like. I remember there's this one hotel place that's like the snobs and stuff. I went and killed everybody. Then I went and killed everyone in another town, and I was like. And I went back and everyone was dead, and I was kind of sad. I was like, I'll just load a few games back because I hated that there was no one around anymore.
That's funny.
And then, I mean, let you know how evil you could be. Eventually, you get this one quest, right? And this dude's like, hey, I need some slaves. If you want to go enslave people and bring them back, I'll give you money for them. And they give you, like, targets, like, hey, go enslave this person. Mm-hmm. And so what you do is you go up to people, and you get this one, like, stun gun, right? And you stun them, right? And they're like, oh, what happened? And they give you choices. And you could let them go, or you could say, hey, I don't know, put this on. And put this on real quick. And they're like, okay, they put on. It's explosive color. Like, hey, if you don't go back to town, this will blow your head off. And you could be so evil, like truly, truly messed
It's
up.
like I don't even know you, man.
I know, right? I'm a nice guy, but I'm evil in my morality games. But yeah, you could be so evil. And like literally, you could almost kill everybody. Like, except with the people who are essential to complete the game, you could kill everybody. It's so awesome. But
Oh, wow.
anyways.
So yeah, if they announce it, presumably it'll be out this year because Bethesda has kind of like a track record of doing that. They did that with Skyrim. They announced it in December. It was out, they announced it in December at one of the Game Awards.
Usually
things.
within a year or so.
Yeah. So presumably, hopefully, it'll be out in fall. That would be an amazing fall game.
I mean, that would be my game of the year. I'm already calling. If it comes out, it's going to be game of the year.
I don't know, Metal Gear 5.
I have an announcement to make.
Oh yeah, damn.
It's not going to be too easy for me to say this.
Are you just going to read the back of the Rolling Rock can?
I'm going to do it right now. From the glass-lined tanks of Old Latrobe, we tender this premium beer for your enjoyment as a tribute to your good taste. Well, thank you. It comes from the mountain springs to you, quote, unquote, 33.
Cool.
All right, going on.
Glad that we have that. All right, now we can move on to the less pressing news. Ultra Street Fighter 4 came out for PlayStation 4 recently. I almost said PlayStation 5. That's going to be in a couple weeks. Came out, and in the weekly "This Game Is Broken" report, it's broken. And although it's supposed to run at 60 frames per second and look a lot better and have all the characters, it's super buggy. They said they're working on a patch, but because of that, and I thought this was kind of interesting, is that it is not going to be that specific edition, even though that was the plan, it's not going to be at EVO this year. So it's a beautiful version of a game that's at EVO, but it's broken. So they're going to stick to the 360 version.
Street Fighter was cool to me when Super Nintendo existed. I'm sorry. How many Street Fighters are there? Like 10 now?
That's. I mean, well, back in those days, that's
like
what they
30.
did too.
Dude, Street Fighter was kick-ass during that time. I give a shit about Street Fighter right now. 12 shits. 12 fucking shits about Street Fighter right now.
Why you say shit and then like, oh crap, I shouldn't say street. I go shit. Oh,
dude, nobody cares about Street Fighter anymore. I'm sorry, nobody cares.
You are insanely.
Do you
wrong.
care about Street Fighter?
I do, but so does the entire fighting game community. They wouldn't have. Look, they remade. Look, I couldn't get these wrong because there's been so many. They had Street Fighter 4. Then they had Super Street Fighter 4. Then they had
Super Street Fighter
Ultra,
Arcade
Edition Ultra. They've remade this game more than like any other game in the course of like what 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
People love these games. Just because you don't doesn't mean that.
Didn't we talk about this once? And I looked up how many Street Fighters
has become
there were?
like Mega Man, like 10 and shit. Like, there's so many damn Mega Mans. There's so many damn Street Fighters. How do you pick one? Tell me, how do you pick one?
You buy the last one.
Oh, you buy the last one.
That's usually how that goes.
Actually, and this last one lets you pick every single character, every version of every character. So
it's like, man, there's been 20
Great.
Honda Accords. Which one should I get?
Great. The last one came out. Doesn't work. I mean, dude, it's like
This is
Dude,
this
what
is
do you-
this is an anomaly. This does not happen.
I'd rather play Mortal Kombat X. Give me a game that works.
For one, Mortal Kombat X had a lot of problems at launch. Also,
It's working now. It's not like 343 in Halo.
Aaron,
Sorry, I had to put that out there. Shitty ass 343.
343. The next one's. I promise. The next one's gonna be awesome.
I don't
They-
care.
that's-
They can't
all right,
afford-
343
all right,
owes
all
me a
right,
free
all right.
Halo
No,
5.
No, they don't.
They owe me a free
No, they
Halo
don't.
5. I don't care about ODST,
All right,
free deal,
all right.
free code they gave me. I don't care about it.
All right, that was the next piece of news.
Take away Firefly. I don't care.
Fireflight. All right, we need to calm you
Firefight,
down.
sorry.
Do you need to take a shower right now?
No, I need another damn beer because I'm worked up.
No, you don't need a beer.
This is the first podcast that's going to turn into an intervention halfway.
This is what it is, damn it.
All right,
Django should have
that
told
was
me.
that was the other thing that Aaron just in a fit of rage announced in the news.
I know.
Is that ODST has officially come to Master Chief Collection. If you played it before, I think a certain date, I don't remember what it was. They sent you a free code.
Oh yeah, I got a code.
Yeah, I got a code too. I just threw it away, which is weird because it was digital.
Yeah, you get a map with it, and you get
Yeah, I
the
think
campaign.
They
That's
remade,
it.
They remade Relic. I can't remember.
Relic.
They gave like
Oh, Revenant or something like that. I
Yeah,
think.
they gave a little anniversary treatment to it, but
Here, guys, you get this free game because our game didn't work when you first bought it. Oh, yeah, Aaron, you love this game. You really wanted to buy it when you found out it came out. Guess what? It's still freaking broken. Dude,
they have a lot of insight on you.
no, I'm sorry. I can keep going on here, but dude, you cannot win me back to Halo. And I was a Halo fanboy. Halo fanboy. Dude, nothing existed when I played Halo. That was just like probably Destiny right now. But, dude, you can't just give me a free ODST because I don't care anymore about that game. Dude, you have to win me back with a free Halo 5 because you screwed me over. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm thinking outside the box. Maybe I'm going crazy over this. Maybe I feel like I'm owed something. But you know, there's a lot of people out there that feel the same way because I paid $60 just like everybody else did, and we got screwed. There's no way around it. We got screwed by 343, and all you do is I'm on Facebook. I see a new Halo update. I go into the comments. Oh, this still doesn't work. I mean, I give up.
Like, I fully agree with what you're saying. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I don't think they owe you a free Halo 5. I think they owe you a
$60
a refund for your Halo.
Has there ever been a launch as bad as Halo? As this Halo?
Well, here's the deal. Grand Theft Auto Online was worse,
Was it really?
but Grand Theft Auto Online didn't last as long.
And it was technically a free game, kind of in a sense.
I mean, it was sold as part of Grand Theft Auto 5.
yeah, it's just
so-
you already have like this
Because
massive game.
I played. So some people can occasionally, and it's better now, but it's still pretty bad. You can occasionally get matches in Master Chief Collection. Grand Theft Auto Online, there was nothing. For
Occasionally, 2015.
Nothing for like 3 weeks. Like
And-
you like couldn't do a thing online.
So let me ask you guys, like, I'm gonna do a little fantasy here, a little role playing, like how these guys that work on these games, right? It's a team of engineers, it's a team of computer engineers, right?
Yeah.
Experts. They make these games. That's what they do for a living.
There's no experts at A343. Go ahead.
When they walk
they're
in,
gonna put out. Look,
Yeah.
Aaron is so fickle and feeble and dumb.
yeah.
When Halo 5 launches, he's gonna be like, "Yeah, man, I always believed in 343. They're so smart."
Nah.
Well,
That should
no.
be broken too.
What I was saying is, these guys know it's broken, right? And it's been broken for how long now?
It's since October or November.
Do you think they just gave up? I mean,
I don't think they gave up. They're still issuing updates. And here's the thing. Here's another thing. Like, and I mean, like, I hate this argument, but it is an argument nonetheless that has some partial truth to it. Is that there's two parts of Halo. There's online and there's campaign.
Yeah.
Campaign still works. So
Yeah,
it's not
it
like
did.
it's not like you have a game that doesn't work at all. Of course, that's still totally unfair and ridiculous that the product that was sold. Like, because for me, I didn't care about the campaign.
Yeah.
Like, I bought Halo. I bought a Master Chief Collection day one. I bought it at midnight. And then, like, after it didn't work, and then I was like, all right, I'll hold out for a few weeks, and then it just didn't get better. I didn't, like, I'm one of the people that didn't care. But
You moved on, yeah.
I think it is important to realize that they are making efforts to try to fix it. And it's not like they don't have single play. It's not, I know it's totally ridiculous because they sold something as like, oh, yeah, you're going to be able to play all these things
If
together.
somebody cheated on
But-
you, would you still give them another chance?
That is a dumb comparison.
No, it's not.
Is
Somebody
she
cheated
hot?
on you,
Is she hot, Aaron?
And
All
that
right.
you
All right.
love, that you love. Somebody cheated on you. Would you keep giving another chance?
All right,
hot?
guys.
Real quick, one thing in their defense, a small defense. Even though, I mean, I agree with almost all the things you say. However, I mean, it sucks. They were the first person to ever try something what they did. I mean, holy crap! In an era of all these remastered games, they tried 4 on one disc. You know, I mean, was it 1 or 2 discs? I think it was 1 disc.
One.
Yeah, they tried 4 remastered games on 1 disc. It just unfortunately, what'll probably happen is we won't see a remastered collection like this ever again because of the huge failure. You know, it sucks.
I think we will see one, and it's important to mention that this is not a game. Like, this is not a random group of people. This is 343, and it's Microsoft's baby. You know what I mean? So these aren't like, they obviously, and I don't mean to like make a defense to them, but it's not like they're just like, haha. It's not like they wanted to ship a broken game. They're like trying their hardest.
It
You know what I
reminds me when E.T. killed Atari. Oh, E.T., the creator of E.T. is like, yeah, I can get this game done in 3 weeks. Oh, it'd be great. Oh, the movie's about to come out. No, 3 weeks, I can do it. Game comes out, worst game of all time. Now, I'm not saying Halo Master Chief is the worst game of all time. There's probably 10,000 other games that are probably the worst game of all
Destiny.
time.
My bad. You
One
said
more
worst
beer,
game.
I'm going to kill you.
You said worst game of all time, not worst form of
The
media.
game wasn't ready to come out. Just like E.T. wasn't ready to come out, and now all the games, they had to find him buried in New Mexico. Okay, now look. All right,
No, I know it's funny. He is usually insane, but there is some ground to what he's saying for once.
Guys, I love you all here. I love
Almost
you so
everything-
much here. All right, but dude, I mean, you remember our podcast when E3 was announced, and they talked.
E3 was announced.
Sorry, not E3, 2014.
The year was announced. What are you
E3 2014. I'm sorry, when Master Chief Collection was
All
announced.
right.
Wasn't I doing like 25 backflips at that time? Like, I was just like so excited. No other game mattered to me. All right. Anyway, look, I've said enough about 343. I can go on. I made blogs about this shit. I can keep going on, but I'm not going to go on because we don't have enough time. But if you want to talk to me about 343, please hit me up and we can have a damn chat about this.
Yeah, that'll be a fun. Hey, meet me at Starbucks, bro. You want to talk about 343?
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
let's talk about broken games in the video game industry and how the reputable companies are failing.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna blaze through this next topic. Aaron, I'm gonna need you to keep your responses down to like maybe 45 minutes.
Keep it down to 3 beers.
All right. So we're gonna talk about what we want. We gotta go fast because we're running out of time, guys.
Go ahead.
Sony, Brandon, what do you want from Sony at E3?
343 to die. 343 to die. Go ahead.
Wow. I'm going to turn Aaron's mic off in like a few minutes.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Please, I hope announce a new official God of War game following Kratos. I heard they're working on. I heard they may be working on it. There's rumors they may be working on it. And honestly, I went online and I seen a job posting for Sony. I think Sony Santa Monica, and they said the team they said from the team that they're looking for a character designer or something like that from the team that made God of War. So
Yeah, I think they've already announced that they are making another God of War,
And I
they
hope
just
it's-
haven't specified like.
hope it's not a prequel. I hate this age of prequels.
Yeah.
When there are unanswered questions in the sequels, please don't make a prequel. So.
Yeah. Any other wishes for Sony?
I mean, that's really my main one. Is just please. I mean, like that's the one thing that would just make my heart drop. Oh, I hope they announce like a Uncharted HD remastered coming out
Like
this
the
year.
trilogy.
Yeah, I hope that.
be cool.
That'd be cool. It's 60 frames though. Only if it's gonna be 60 frames. It ain't gonna be 60 frames. Don't even announce it for me.
Aaron.
I hope we see a new Naughty Dog game. Just a brand new Naughty Dog game. Also, I hope we see some cool stuff with Project Morpheus. I hope that we will see a new game for Project Morpheus. And that... Because I've been excited for Project Morpheus for a bit. So I hope we see a lot more about that. Because I can't wait to buy that for my PS4.
A price range would be nice too.
Yeah,
think-
exactly.
No, they didn't. Never mind. I'm sorry. They gave a release window. They said it's gonna come out next year, but I don't think we'll see another new Naughty Dog game because they're making Uncharted 4, and Uncharted 4 got pushed till next year. So I don't think we will. But yeah, I would like the reason why I don't care about VR the way everyone else does. they haven't shown a game that like really shows it off. You know what I mean? They show tech demos and they show like what they call FPXs, which is first person experiences, like these different type of tech demos. But a game, like a cool functioning game in VR, has yet to be shown to me. Like there's a lot of cool things. A Shark Tank. They had a demo, cool. And I think Sony UK, where it was like you're in like this shootout. But once again, it's a tech demo. Like and I feel like VR is just gonna be. I mean, a lot of people who've tried the different generations of the Oculus Rift say that, hey, no, this is really cool stuff. It's gonna revolutionize the world. But I mean, the Move was supposed to do that.
Well, dude, VR has the potential to revive old games, old crappy games. To tell you the truth, I think Jaws Unleashed. All right, that's a crappy ass game, but in virtual reality, probably freaking awesome.
Actually, dude, I'm just gonna say, dude, if I could play Jaws virtual reality and I'm on that boat and I'm fighting that shark, dude, I will buy that.
Well, that's my point. Hold on, that's my point. VR has the potential to make shitty games awesome.
See, but here's the thing. Once again, the tech demos, like they've already shown like 2 or 3 different like simulators underwater. Like one you're in a shark tank and there's sharks. One you're at one of the you're walking in the sea and chilling in the sea. You could see a shark come. The shark will come and mess you up. Like that's already done. But that's like an experience. Like how would you play a Jaws game in VR? Like
I don't know.
Exactly. Show it. Like I want this to be shown.
Or Godzilla. In virtual reality.
What is your obsession with these creature movies?
All these crappy games, but in virtual reality, it'll do something crazy. I think virtual reality has the power to do something like that.
All right.
Well, we saw in that Battle Pod game, just everything surrounding you, and you feel like
that'd be awesome.
That might as well be like VR. I guess that's what the feeling should be like. I just hope that the headset doesn't weigh like 20 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, like I think Morpheus is like one of the smaller ones.
Yeah.
Because there's like 100 of these, but like multiplayer is not going to work. Like motion sickness is a thing. Like I have a big head, it's not going to fit most likely. I have glasses. Like there's so many factors.
Yeah, and that's what I think the problem might be is it could be cost as well. What? It might just be really, really, really expensive, and they probably haven't figured out a way to get really high demand. Like they probably have to pre-order for a year to make up enough money to start producing the stuff.
Well, I think they'll have enough money just because Oculus was bought out by Facebook, which owns like 75% of the world's money.
Yeah.
As far as what I want from Sony, I'd also like an Uncharted trilogy because I've never beaten an Uncharted game, but I've played all of them, and I think they're overrated and crappy. But maybe if I sat down and gave them all a chance, maybe I'll care more about Uncharted 4.
Pretty cool.
And the other thing is this is a pipe dream or a pie in the sky, is I want them to announce Last Guardian, and I want it to come out in fall because they don't have a thing for fall right now. Like very few announce big games. I want them to, because apparently they've never said that Last Guardian is canceled. They just keep saying, oh, it's in a new direction. And I mean, a lot of people use this comparison all the time, is that Last Guardian was announced before Uncharted 1 was announced. So it has been in development for the entire time of the Uncharted series, which is bonkers.
2007 was the first Uncharted came out, so actually came out.
So right. 8-9 years. Well, Last of Us 2. Hopefully we can see something like that. That'd be awesome.
I don't, like I said, with Uncharted coming out, and Uncharted 4 is made specifically by Neil Druckmann and I always forget the other dude's name. Bruce. The dudes who made.
Well, it doesn't have to come out. It doesn't have to come out this year.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to announce it or show anything because.
You could be surprised.
Yeah, I could be, but I'm just saying.
Hey, what about the Gears of War HD remake?
That's for Xbox.
Yeah.
This is only Sony.
We'll talk about here. Let's go to Microsoft. Bunyan, what do you want from Microsoft?
What do I want? Or
hey, don't take the one I just said.
Oh man. Okay, so I'd like to see. Yeah, I'd love to see some gameplay and some footage on. I'd love to see some gameplay and some footage on the new Gears of War game. I doubt I'm going to see it.
Now, when you say new Gears, do you mean like the HD remake? Or
Gears of War 4.
Brand new. Okay.
Gears of War 4, and that's like the number one thing I'd love. Or yeah, probably that. That's the number one thing. I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
So wait, didn't I just say Gears of War?
You said Gears of War HD collection.
Oh, but you kind of took what I was gonna say.
No,
you didn't take what I was.
No,
gonna say.
I didn't.
All right.
Okay. No. Okay. All right. Now
I hardly have anything to say.
Okay. All right. Go for it.
And that was the one.
All right. What do you want?
Gears of War 4.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I too would
Yeah,
like
what
that.
do you know about that, Brandon?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron.
All right, Aaron.
Well, we've heard about this before with Rare. I'd like to see if there's gonna be new Banjo-Kazooie. I'd like to see what they're gonna be doing with that. I think that'd be fun. That'd be fun to play, especially with your kids and stuff. As far as that, I mean, yeah, I'd love to see Gears of War. That'd be great. I'm already impressed by Xbox enough that I don't really know what more I want to see.
Yeah.
Is there any more? Is there any hardware like things they're kind of talking about?
Well, here's what happened: is that they're integrating Windows 10 for Xbox One.
Uh-huh.
And you'll be able to some games right now like Fable Legends. You'll be able to play that with somebody who's also playing it on PC. So
nobody in the world wants to.
Oh,
play
I know,
Fable Legends.
but there's potential there for a lot more. And I'm looking forward to seeing what Windows 10 is going to be doing on the Xbox One.
But they already announced this.
Yeah.
So is E3 more of, hey, we kind of teased this, but we're going to showcase it at
No,
E3?
they already showcased a lot of it. They just haven't given like a time. They had like at the Windows 10 launch event, they showed this. They said that. So the idea is that how you're talking about Fable Legends. Fable Legends can be played on your PC or Xbox One, and if you're playing online, which I believe is the only way to play that game, you'll play with other people.
And they don't have to have Xbox One; they can play on PC with you.
So they say they want to do that more in the future. I talked about this on previous podcasts. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be very rare because you'll have to have like double development teams. Like think of Master Chief Collection, all the problems it had, and it's not on PC. Imagine doing all of that again for PC. So that's the reason why I don't think. But as far as me personally, what I would like to see out of Microsoft, I'd like to see another Halo 5 beta, and do the whole E3 thing where you're like, it's out today. Especially because the Halo 5 beta had some technical issues. If my memory serves correct, it had some issues when it was out. So they really, really have to win back people on Halo, and how they're going to do that is with a solid beta, I think.
What do they have to do to make Aaron happy? That's probably the question.
It's not even about the money. They lied to me.
Aaron's a child. You have to give him the candy he wants.
Yeah.
I need more than candy.
All right. I'm not gonna approach that. I would also like to see. Oh, there was something else. Quantum. I want to see more on Quantum Break.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Because Quantum Break is made by the people who made Max Payne. It has a whole lot of time control in it, and it sounds really cool. But all we saw from it was at Gamescom in 2014. They showed like a playthrough, but it was a super scripted playthrough, and it looks cool. But I want to see more on it. And
Yeah, one more thing. I want to see a new Battletoads game.
Yeah, I think that's. I want to say that's inevitable.
Yeah, because there's already Battletoads and Shovel Knight now for the Xbox One version. But I think there might be their own separate game, and Phil Spencer keeps wearing Battletoads shirts, so hopefully that's leading on to something that I'd love to see.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's funny because like at first I didn't want Battletoads games because Battletoads sucks. Like,
if you at level 3 it sucks, of course.
Yeah, but at the same time, Double Dragon sucked back in the day too.
God, I want to fight you. I love Double Dragon.
No, it was a bad game. It was
oh my gosh!
It was an arcade game that was meant to just drain your quarters. And then they made it for PS3, Double Dragon Neon, which is also hard, but it was so awesome.
I'm talking about the Nintendo game.
No. That's what I'm saying. We're just how about this? All Double Dragon games suck. And all Battletoads.
You son of a bitch.
Those games are all very, very much designed to drain coins out of you and just to be hard for the sake of being hard.
I didn't put coins in them. I bought the game.
All right. Well, I'm going to say one more thing I want is Killer Instinct Season 3.
Oh, yeah.
Now that Killer Instinct is a full game, I mean, it took the longest. 6 characters. That was the worst news I ever heard. When they first announced the game I've been waiting 18 years for, was going to have 6 characters.
Awesome.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, are you serious? So now that it is now, I think it's like 18 or 19 characters. Now it's a full game. It'd be awesome to see some like new content on like a new mode. Like I remember they rumored tag mode before, which I think that would be so awesome.
Yeah, it's funny because I very briefly played Killer Instinct Season 2, but I brought it to a friend's house to play Mortal Kombat 10, and I played Season 2 with all of the characters in it, and then I was like, all right, I'm done with Mortal Kombat 10. This is like, I feel like the better fighting game, and it's more fleshed out.
Yeah,
so yeah, I'm with you
Street
there.
Fighter. Yeah.
All right, let's Street Fighter is better than Destiny. Street Fighter, a broken Street Fighter 4.
I'm going to throw Django at you and then put him back in his cage.
Django is the name of the turtle.
Tortoise.
The tortoise,
Turtle.
and that's not a cage. That is an aquarium.
Is it a terrarium actually?
A terrarium. Sorry. Anyways, yeah, Destiny sucks. You're right, Aaron. Anyways, moving
You
on.
suck, man.
Moving on to Nintendo because this podcast is about 8 hours long.
Yeah.
Bunyan, what you want from Nintendo?
Star Fox multiplayer, a new Mario game, a new Mario. What I'd love in an ideal world is a new Mario game, a new single player Mario game like Galaxy,
Yeah.
or and then a new multiplayer Mario game like new Super Mario Brothers. I guess 2. Yeah, new Super Mario Brothers Wii U 2.
God,
Exactly.
So that's why you don't name your stuff Wii and U.
I know it's so stupid, but so a new single player, like a new Mario Galaxy 3 would be amazing.
It really would. I was gonna say
Yeah.
that myself.
Yeah. Sorry.
I unfortunately don't think we're gonna get another Mario Galaxy. I really want one. I'd like a Mario Sunshine too.
Yeah,
Mario
there's a
Sunshine.
rumor of Sunshine 2.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, but
Aaron, what you want to see from Nintendo?
I had something to say.
Elvin, what do you want to see from
I
Nintendo?
forgot he was here.
I want a new Star Fox multiple player. Yeah.
You said,
And I want a Mario Galaxy 3.
All right. I want to explain this to our listeners.
Yeah.
Is as Bunyan was saying what he wanted, Elvin rushingly grabbed his phone and started copying down something, but I didn't know what it was. I thought he was sending me a text saying I was stepping on his toe. I don't know why he wouldn't just tell me that to my face, but and then I found out that he was just copying everything.
No,
Bunyan
he
was
took
saying,
my
so
thunder with the
replicated.
Gears of War, so I wanted to
you said Gears of War HD. I just said Gears of War 4. It's different.
Oh, come on, dude.
This is
different.
such a stupid podcast. Like, we should start over. We're a very short way in. Aaron, what you got for us?
I want to see more, whatever information I can get out of the new Nintendo NX.
What is that?
The new Nintendo. That's supposed to be
The
coming
new
out.
Nintendo?
Yep.
Well, they said they're not going to talk about it at all until 2000. They said they're not going
Right,
to
but
talk about it until next
this is
year.
what we want, though. This is what I
I'm
want.
surprised it's not called
I'm just commenting on
Wait,
it.
when did it come out? It come out 2011 or 12? Wii U.
I don't know.
2011. Oh man, it's been
a while.
It's
Yeah.
getting around that time. We're gonna see new Nintendo.
And Wii U has sold so few.
They're probably gonna sink this ship faster. And
Well, that's the thing is they said that we're not going to do that. We promise. We still got Zelda coming out, and then I don't know.
And what's gonna be the name? Like another super? Like it's gonna be Wii U?
No, it's NX.
It's going to be no. Well, I think that's just a code name.
Yeah.
Because I think it's probably going to be called Nosotros, which is we in Spanish.
Oh. Nosotros.
Yeah, I just.
What else, Aaron?
Well, Brandon already said I want to see. I'm also looking forward to.
You mean what I said about the?
Yeah,
Star
Rocktober,
Fox?
right? You said Rocktober. Like 30 times. Every podcast.
Aaron gets $1 every time he says Destiny. By the way.
What about me? Can I get 50 cents every time I say Destiny sucks?
Yes, you can.
Because that means I'll get paid half as right for being.
Let's just buy games that suck, right? How about that?
I know. That's why I own Destiny twice.
He bought it twice
3 times.
Hey, $20
Did I buy it
wasn't a
3
bad
times?
deal.
Oh yeah, I did buy it. 3
and
times.
downloaded the beta.
It's a long story. All right. Well, anyways, what else do you want to see for Nintendo?
Let's hear some more about. I want to see more how the development of the Zelda is going right now.
I hate to break your heart. Those are 2 things that they said they're not going to talk about.
I
but
still
hope
want
they
it.
do.
I still want it. This is what we
Hopefully-
want,
hopefully they
right?
go back on what they say. I want to see like a couple exclusives, even if it's announced for a long time. New 3DS titles, like not brand new. I mean, the new 3DS. They're like, oh, you're gonna love this. It has all this other stuff, and there's only certain games that can run it. And so far, the only game that has been announced that runs exclusively on the new 3DS is Xenoblade Chronicles. So it's like that's cool, but show us more. I want a Wii U price drop. I want Wii U to be $38.
That'd be great.
And come with 2 free games.
Oh, by the way, there's a rumor that Vita's going to drop dramatically.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
around like $80.
yeah, and
Wow.
there are also leaks or not leaks, rumors of a potential like new Vita that will link directly to like a PS4 and
Wow.
because the whole thing Vita's #1 thing now is remote play. So but yeah, I want to see a price drop in the Wii U because it's too expensive for being a system that sold like eight copies.
How much is it right now?
I think it's
It's a 200 right now. It's still 200, but you
I think
can.
it's more than that.
I saw a deal today. There's always new DS XL deals. I saw one today $220, you pick a game of your choice, and you get the system as well. But hey, you still got to buy the charger.
Really?
Yeah, which is ridiculous. All right, I'm looking at Amazon right now. The Nintendo Wii U with Super Mario 3D World is $293.
What the hell?
Which is ridiculous. And they don't have the Splatoon one. I think the Splatoon was like a Best Buy
That
exclusive.
is unbelievable.
Ridiculous, right?
It's the same.
You can find it for like $260 with the game
that's
right
the
now,
price
though.
of how much is Xbox One? Oh, it's $350.
It's weird because that's the thing about these systems is they don't have any static prices really. You know, like Xbox One is technically $350, but there's so many deals you can get it for like $300.
I got mine for $350, and then it also came with a game. It came with Dragon Age. That's what I chose.
Master Chief Collection.
Oh, and Master Chief for $350.
I wonder why they're just throwing that game with every Xbox you can get.
Yeah, they were gonna put in Destiny, but they didn't want people trading in their Xbox back. All right, guys.
Dude, you need to stop it right now.
I'm stopping.
Also, I'd love to see one more DLC set of Mario Kart tracks. That'd be so awesome because
400 cc.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'd say one more thing I would like for them to do. I would like Bungie to come out and say we're canceling Destiny because that shit sucks. All right, thanks, guys.
I'll see you on Destiny later tonight.
I'll see you on Facebook.com/GamerGameless. You can check out our website, GamerGameless.com. You can check out my personal blog, Fuck Destiny. I couldn't keep that one serious. Once again, we want to thank Chuck Nunn, DJ Chuck Nunn for the intro song.
Chuck Nunn.
Check out his SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Chuck Nunn. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next time.
Peace.